Hi fellow Techstars, it's day 4 of our Master Excel in 30 days. If you haven't seen my previous videos, just go to my channel and look for the playlist Master Excel in 30 days. Today, we'll be exploring functions. Functions are just a type of formulas that helps make calculations easier in Excel. It automates your task so you don't have to do too much with formulas. I've got a lot to show you. Come with me, let's dive right in. Now let's look at how you can apply formulas to a range. Okay, so I have this range highlighted from B2 to B11. Assuming I want to add all the figures from this range. Now, this is not the way to do it. B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus B5 plus B6 plus B all the way to B11. Because note, today we are working with a very limited data, a very small data set. But you might be having a data set where there are like thousands of rows, 2,000, 50,000 rows, and then you're supposed to add. Are you going to do B1 plus B2 plus B3 up to B60,000? That is just not feasible. We need something to automate it. So now there are things we call functions in Excel. Functions. So these are like pre-written code for you to make it easier for you. So that instead of adding B2 to B11, you can just put in the function and then get the results. So I'm going to place the results in cell B12. So as usual, come to my formula bar, put in equal to sign. Then one of the formulas we are going to frequently use is sum. Sum, S-U-M, as sum. So I'm going to type sum. Mostly functions are typed in capital letters. Sum, then open brackets, B2. This time we don't put plus, you use the colon sign through. Remember how we defined ranges. We mentioned the first cell, then we use the colon sign, then the last cell. So it's like first cell through to the last cell. So first cell colon, last cell. So here is B2 colon B11. You see how it has highlighted my range? Very demure, very mindful. Okay, so I can enter and then I have the sum here. Let's try to add manually to see if Excel is right. I mean, if you have trust issues, you might want to add. So 5 plus 10 will give us 15. 15 plus 15 will give us what? 30. 30 plus 20 will give us 50. 50 plus 25 will give us 75. 75 plus 30 will give us 105. 105 plus 35 will give us 140. 140 plus 40 will give us 180. 180 plus 45 will give us 225. And 225 plus 50 is 275. So Excel is actually right. So we are going to apply sum to another range just for you to understand things better. So I'm going to A19 to A36. I'm going to add this and then put the results in A38. So in A38, I have it highlighted and then I'm in the formula bar. So my equal to sign and then I pick A19 and then, sorry. So I'm in the formula bar, my equal to sign. So I introduce the sum. This gives me my parenthesis. I pick A19 colon A36 bracket close, enter. So I have 495. Now sum if is used when you try to add some values based on a certain condition. So I want to add A, B, C, D if they are all integers, or if they are all negative numbers, or if they are all positive numbers, or if they are all divisible by 2, or if they are all run out of options. So basically, you get me, you are trying to add based off on a certain condition. That is when we use sum if. Alright, so I'm going to show you a formula trick. Now in Excel, if you want to know how to use a particular formula and what you use it for, you can come to the formula tab. Remember the tabs we handled, formula tab. So first we're at home. Dealing with this, we can come to the formula tab. Then if this is not showing, formula builder is not showing, assuming you can't see it, and just come to insert function, and then it will show on the right pane for you. Then now you can click sum if. Sum if. What is sum if used for and how is it used? So you click on sum if, and then it gives you a simple description below. Sum if adds the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. So this is the syntax. When we say syntax, how is it written? So we write the sum if function into brackets, give it the range we want to add, then we give it the criteria. So I want to add maybe numbers greater than 5. Then the range, sum range. Where do we want to put the answer to that? So it also breaks it down for you. What is the range? It's the range of cells that you want evaluated, you want to add. Criteria is the condition or criteria in the form of a number, expression, or text that defines which cells will be added. Then range. For range, we are talking about the actual cells to sum. If omitted, the cells in the range are used. Now it's evident that sum range is optional unless it's very necessary. So now it's evident that sum range is optional unless it's very necessary. You can just choose the range that you want to add, the cells you want to add, and then the criteria, and then you're good to go. Okay, so I'm in the formula bar of cell B35, which is where I want to keep the results of our sum if. So I equal to sign comes, I type in the function sum if, then enter the range. We wanted the range from B21 through, so I have to put my colon there, B33, then comma. So the first thing we have to mention when using sum if is the range, like it says on the right hand side here. Then comma, I have to put in the criteria. When should it do the sum? When should it add these cells or these values? Okay, so add it when they are greater than 120, and don't forget to put your criteria in quotation marks. So add them when they are greater than 120. If not, don't add them. So this is how you write it. The first thing is your range B21 to B33. This is what we are looking at. But also only add them if the value in this range, if the value in this range is greater than 120. Okay, enter. Now let's see, we get 1010. So it's only added numbers greater than 120, which is from 125 to 160. Let's try another sum if function. So let's sum it if the numbers are less than 30. So let's sum this range if the numbers are less than 30. So so less than 30. And we have 45 because it's added the numbers less than 30, which is 20 and then 25. So basically that's how you use sum if function. Our next function is average. Average is typically your mean function. If you're trying to find the mean of something, the average of something. So if you know your little statistics, then you understand mean, median, mode. Mean is like the middle or the average number. All right, so we are going to take our range this time from A10 through to A22, A10 to A22 to try and find the average. So we pick cell C14, then the formula bar is equal to average. So in our formula bar, we are typing average, and then we are selecting the cells, and then we are selecting the cells A10 to A22 through to A22. So it's saying the mean or the average is 16 from 10 to 22, the average is 16. So basically, average is very simple. All right. So let's look at a new function called sum product. Sum product. Sum product. Sum product. Now, sum product is used when you have two columns. When you have two columns and then you want to multiply and add them. So I'm going to use this short range so that we can easily understand and then double check. So I want to multiply 13 by 60, 14 by 65, 15 by 70, 16 by 75, 17 by 80, 18 by 85, 19 by 90, 20 by 95. And then after multiplying all these, just add them. That's what I want to do. Okay. And I want to put my result in C17. So I go to the formula bar of C17 and then type in sum product. And then type, let's choose a range. Let's choose a range. So 10 through A10 through A16, then comma B10 through B16. So I get a huge number, 8240. So let's manually check to see if what Excel did was right. So equal to A10 times B10. A11 by B11. So let's highlight the pattern like I taught you in the previous video. You don't need to manually do a lot of things and then drag because it will just pick up the pattern. Okay, fine. So let's try to add them up and see if it's the same total as 8,240. Then we can trust Excel. So I come to my formula bar. I use sum. I choose this cell. So C10 through to C16. And then when we enter, we should get 8240. That means that our calculation was right. Ta-da! We do have it, 8240. So that's it about sum product. If you have two columns with data and you want to multiply each of them and then after that sum it all together, sum product is the function you have to go for. Hi, I hope this video was insightful to someone, helped someone in a way. I'm really grateful for sticking to this point. I hope to see you in day 5 of our challenge. See you. Bye.